What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Queer Collective podcast. My name is Carbon Dioxide.
I'm Emily Oikos Yogurt.
And welcome to the show. And this week, we are feeling burnt out. Can I help you?
My name's Emily and I have something to say.
Why do you have a knife in your pocket?
It's a fork.
Oh, okay, why do you have a fork in your pocket?
It was to get everybody's attention.
You just carry it with you at all times?
Yeah, just in case I need to get your attention.
Oh, okay. You got my attention.
Thanks. One thing I've been noticing since we started doing these podcasts is that I'm embarrassing.
I think we all knew that you're embarrassing.
Did we know that?
We all knew that. Every one of us. All 72 of us, we knew it.
Like our personal brand, not Queer Collective, because that shit's fire. Our personal brand is just a shit show, hot mess, disaster.
Yeah.
I think it's because we're trying to do more than maybe we can handle right now. And I think that's a positive thing and a negative thing, and also why we're burnt out right now.
So burnt out. Okay, so yes, it's a positive and a negative, but like kind of. So it's good that we're trying to do a lot, but it's bad that we're trying to do a lot.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, yeah, I've been feeling tired, and the kind of tired where like you get a full 8 hours of sleep and then you're still tired and you're like, damn, how am I tired? It's 12 p.m. I've just been stressing. I've been stressing like crazy.
Been stressing. Are y'all stressing? Because we stressing.
Are you just regular stressing or like stressing? Because I'm stressing. And then no, man. Let me clear this up. So when I say, you know, I'm working a lot and it's really stressful, I am grateful to be working a lot. I am thankful, and I'm also fortunate. I know that a lot of people aren't working even one job right now and they wish that they were. I'm not complaining about that at all. The one thing to keep in mind is that, you know, we're human, all of us, you, me, yeah, you in the back also. I know, I see you.
Homie.
When we try to do a lot, our bodies get tired and our brains get tired, and I'm emotionally exhausted and physically and mentally, and the thing is that I haven't allowed myself to regain that. And that's where like, it just feels like I'm dragging myself every day to everything, which is not a good thing. That's no way to live your life. And the thing that like makes me upset about talking about it is that I know that there's people that are like, well, you know, you gotta grind, the city's about the grind, and then everybody in Toronto is like always on the grind and in a hurry to go nowhere, and they're always like, yo, like I don't sleep, like I go to bed at 3 a.m, wake up at 5 a.m because I'm on the grind and I'm building, and then that's not sustainable, man.
I hate that. I hate that. I hate it. Like, head down, walk fast, don't make eye contact with anyone, no human connection whatsoever, just build your brand. I hate that.
Yeah.
And like, that's one thing during COVID that I really enjoyed. Like, I've met some of our neighbors.
Yeah.
I started talking to the old man across the street, and like, I'm friends with our next door neighbor now. You know what I mean? And like, before COVID, never would have talked to any of them.
Exactly, because we got caught in that city mentality, which can be so toxic. Like, it's good to be motivated. It's good to be like doing things, and it's good to hustle a bit. But like,
community is important, and like making connections with humans is important, and talking to people and saying, hi, good morning. That's nice.
Yeah. And not just that, but like community, rest, recreation. Like, people oftentimes feel so guilty for having recreation in their lives.
Remember playing? I forgot about playing, and then during COVID, I remembered, and now I'm working so much, all I'm doing is sitting at a computer, and I forgot how to play again.
Woo! Woo! So you go up to a kid, and the kid, and you say to the kid, hey, well, maybe don't go up to a random kid, but
that's creepy.
You say to a kid, all right, go play, and they know exactly what to do. And then you say to an adult, all right, go play. And they're like, what? Do I just stand here? Where do I put my hands? We are kind of, I don't know if the word is brainwashed, but I'm just going to say brainwashed, that as we get older and become quote unquote adults, we have to start acting like them, whatever that means.
For me, it used to be like a fake it until you make it, like pretend to be a super great business person and like be on at all times. But now I'm just kind of embracing who I am. Hence, like me just telling all of my embarrassing old stories and being like, this me, you know? And or this was me and like this is who I am now. I thought about like, is it smart for me like professionally to post these stories online? And it's like, I kind of don't care.
You're kind of like, when you hide embarrassing stories, when you hide things that everybody probably does or has done, or like everybody, listen, okay, everybody has embarrassing stories. It's human nature. It happens. Like we all make mistakes, or maybe not even mistakes, but just things that are like silly and dumb and playful and like, you know, like a young adult would. And when you hide that kind of stuff so that you can look really professional for a job, that takes the human out of it. Like that takes the human out of you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because when you're just hiding all of those things, like you're essentially pretending to be this like perfect robot that doesn't make any mistakes and that doesn't have fun, or, you know, isn't just silly like any human would be.
And I'm just like not with it anymore. I don't care if I'm not making $100,000 in a year. I don't care. I just want to be able to be myself. You know what I mean? I want to be able to wear my stupid leopard shirt to work. And I want to be able to come to work as my whole self. And I want to be able to feel like I can cry. And I want to feel like I can laugh and just like embrace the fact that I have fucking severe ADHD and just tell people like, sorry, I'm being an idiot. I have really bad ADHD. And everyone be like, oh, it's okay. You can be yourself here. You know? Yeah. Like, that's how I want to feel at work. And, like, I want people to appreciate me for all the skills that I bring because, like, I got them.
That's facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, there's, like, a clear difference between, like, oh, we just, like, want to make sure you do these things correctly. Like, that can always be achieved. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can do things correctly and still wear my stupid shirts.
Yeah. And I definitely recognize that I like to overshare. I think it's... like I do. And I think it's one way that I connect with people is just like me kind of letting my guard down first and being like, I'm embarrassing. I know that all humans are embarrassing, and just like me being open with people, I hope that the other person will be open with me as well. And like sometimes they are, and sometimes people are just like, that's interesting. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to hang out with you.
Yeah. Smash the patriarchy. Smash the status quo. Can we smash it together? Smash it. Okay, put your fork away.
I can't smash the patriarchy with my fork.
No. Fists only. You know, there's been plenty of times where I have felt burnt out. And, you know, you learn from it every single time, but the amount of times that it has happened and the amount of times that I experienced it is probably not at a healthy rate. I just don't want to be one of those people that is, you know, either on Instagram or YouTube or whatever, just putting only the highlights and being like, hey, like I'm doing all these things and I'm like, advancing in all these other things and like here's what I'm doing and it's going great and like it's, you know, look how successful I am, and like not giving the full picture of like I'm tired.
Yeah. Yeah, we're freaking tired. And like I want to even make that clear, and like I've been trying to make that very clear to everyone that we work with, is like, because sometimes I notice that with people that we reach out to, like some things like fall off, like conversations and everything. And I try to make it clear to people that like, you can just tell me if you don't feel like doing anything this week. Like, I understand. You know, like I often feel that way. Like one day, like I'm a bit bipolar. So one day I'll be feeling like on top of the world and I feel like I can do absolutely everything. So I contact like 10 people and I'm like, how do you feel about this video idea? And then it comes to scheduling everything and I'm like, oh, we don't actually have time for any of this. And then I start feeling really burnt out, you know, and I start feeling like really shitty and low and I start overpiling your schedule. And then that makes you feel shitty and low. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard, but I want to that happens to me and I want to convey that to other people that it's fine for you to feel that way.
I'm going to break the continuity here by tying up my hair. So continuity broken.
I don't ever want to be the kind of person who puts on this whole persona online because I think at one point I tried to be this perfect person online. And at the same time, I was looking at everyone else being these perfect people online and everyone posting the absolute highlights of their lives and me feeling like I'm not doing enough and like my life is shitty because I'm watching all these great things happen to these people. But obviously no one's sharing their mental breakdowns. Nobody's sharing the really hard parts, you know? No one's sharing their uncertainty about what they want to be doing for their futures. No one's sharing any of that online.
Or very few people.
Yeah.
Oftentimes I look on Instagram and a majority of people are like, look what I'm doing. Look what I'm doing. Look what I'm doing now. And I'm like, oh my God, they're doing so much.
Yeah.
And then I start to feel like I need to do things because now I need to keep up with all these people that are doing all the things that I'm not doing and I want to blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. And I don't want to live my life trying to keep up with other people. I just want to do what makes me happy. And I don't want you guys to feel like you need to compare yourself to anyone either. So I want to be totally transparent with everyone who watches our videos that we don't either have our shit together.
Nah.
You know, we don't.
Nah, not at all. And, you know, I think that it's easy. Like, have you ever seen those videos of like the old people? You know those ones?
Yes. No, I don't know what you're talking
about. No, but there's this video of just like senior citizens talking about life and giving you life advice. So one of the things that this like cute old man said, he was like, you know, stop trying to look like you have everything figured out because truth is no one's got anything figured out. And as you grow, you're still figuring it out. And that's coming from someone who's like 90. And he said that throughout his entire life, you're just figuring it out. And everybody around you is also figuring it out. So it's like, why do we always feel like other people have things figured out and that we don't? And then why do we always feel pressured to just figure it out? Like when I was 20, so long ago. No, but when I was 20 years old, I thought that by the time that I was that I'm 25, everything is going to be so figured out. My career, my future, my financial goals, my even like location, like where I'm living, like my own place, like all these things. I thought I would just have all of it completely figured out and done. I'm like 25. I'm like, that's it. Like there's no... Like, if I don't have it figured out by then, it's done. I'm done. Cut me. I'm out, coach. But that's so not the case. What do you like to do to make yourself feel better when you're feeling burnt out?
I like to cook.
She's a damn well, good, fine cook.
Yeah, but I didn't used to be. I just started following recipes, and it's time that I just take by myself.
Oh my God, Emily used to... She was so bad at cooking or just hadn't realized her potential for it that all she used to make when I first met her was microwave popcorn and microwave soup.
Yeah.
Like tomato soup from a can would be all that she had in her fridge and then popcorn. So anytime I'd come over, that's all she would feed me, and I lost like 15 pounds.
Yeah, and then at that point, when Like, I didn't really realize because that was the first time I was living alone. And when you live with friends, you kind of just start binge eating and hanging out. But living alone, like, I kind of forgot to eat. But once you came over, like, every single night, and I noticed on your body that you lost so much weight, I was like, whoa, okay, like, what's going on here? And then I realized I need to start cooking because it was like, I cook because I want to take care of other people. I don't like, I could eat soup and popcorn every night and not really care. But it's like, I like cooking because I like taking care of people, but it's also time that I enjoy with myself. You know what I mean? And I like sitting there and listening to a podcast and making food and then watching my friends eat them. Eat them.
Eat the food.
Eat my food.
And I want to watch you eat
my
the food.
Eat my food and I'll sit in the corner and watch you.
Also, I don't know, during like lockdown, I also noticed that like going outside is helpful.
Just go outside.
Usually, like, I'm naturally very pale. My foundation tone is called porcelain.
It's called translucent. It's
Yeah.
called the see-through people.
It's literally just clear. It looks like nail polish. Top coat. And normally during the summer, I still look like that because I don't really go outside that much. Usually I'm just working. But during like the whole lockdown thing, all of our roommates, we were just playing and we were playing outside, like relearning how to do that, which felt really, really great. And you got me to buy a new bike, which update, got another new bike because last time I told you it was stolen. The credit card company covered it and your girl's got a new bike. So that's another thing I really love doing is bike riding. That helps me feel calm and like going on walks.
Yeah, it's actually crazy how much just going outside and even going for a short walk, like even like just around the block, and like for 5 to 10 minutes, it's crazy how much that can just cheer you up. It can just make you feel a whole lot better. It can help you vent. It can help you relax. It can help you de-stress. And we don't do that often enough, but we should. We should be doing it.
Canada's Drag Race is on tonight. Let's finish this up.
Priorities.
Can we talk about Canada's Drag Race a little bit?
And something that we like doing to de-stress is watch Canada's Drag Race.
Which is on tonight, and that's why we're bringing it up, because I want to wrap it up so we can go home.
She just wants to go home so she can watch Canada's Drag Race.
I love Drag Race. And honestly, just watching about Canada, like, I know we colonial as fuck, but I'm still a little bit of a patriot just while recognizing that I'm just proud of all of our drag queens and kings. I'm just proud of the talent, the queer talent especially, that we have locally. And I love community. So seeing drag performers that I've like seen perform locally and have talked to on TV and like being recognized like that, it just like makes me feel so much joy and excitement and love. And just like they're killing it and they're funny as fuck, you know? I love.
Do you love?
I love
Who's your
all
favorite?
of them.
Who's your favorite drag queen?
Okay, I think I have like a top 3.
Okay. Lay it on me.
Number 1, Boa.
Really?
The bitch on Arrival. I love her.
Yeah.
I
What
think
do you
she's
like
so
about her?
funny. She's like kind of my vibe, you know, where it's
She's
just like
just your
a
vibe.
shit show, but she's embracing it,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, like she owns it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you own it. And you also are that.
I love Boa. Number 1. Number 2, love Priyanka. What's her name?
Priyanka.
I love her. And my number 3 fave is Jimbo. I always love the freaks.
You do love
The freaks are the weirdos and the funny gals.
Yeah.
Love them.
You're fun.
I'm a fun girl.
You're a fun girl. Side note, I once was the photographer for this festival called Elevate, and
Elevate.
for some reason, at the end of their entire festival thingamajiggy, they had like performances and whatnot, and there was like this big block party on King Street, and I was one of the photographers for it. There was probably like hundreds, I don't know, but I was one of them. And so being one of the photographers, I was actually one of the literal two photographers, actually the other person was a videographer. So I think I might have been the only photographer there for one of the final performances, which was the Queen of the North, Brooklyn Heights. And fun thing, you're a fun girl. Fun thing was that Tainomi Banks also performed. There were also, I believe, 2 other drag queens that performed. But to me, the most memorable, other than Brooklyn Heights, and because she was on RuPaul's Drag Race, so of course everybody knows her. But other than that, was Tainomi Banks, who is also on Canada's Drag Race now. And if you don't know, you should know. And you probably do know. So I'm speaking to my people right now. Being one of the photographers, I was capturing all of the moments for both Brooklyn Heights and Tainomi Banks. And I was like, snap, snap, click, 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 girl. So I snapped the pics. I snapped the pics of Brooklyn. I snapped the pics of Tainomi Banks. And dare I say, they're good.
You gotta give more space for the photo. Back it up.
Back it up, back it up. Back it up, back it up. Watch
it
out
all
for all
fall
that.
out.
Back it up, back it up. There's 6 pictures. Okay, maybe there's 5 pictures. Maybe
That's a great one.
that one right there.
That's my favorite.
My favorite. That one.
Did you guys like them?
Okay, I really like those pictures. Pretty proud of them. The funny thing is that I didn't have like a flash light thingy on me, because I'm a pretty amateur photographer compared to like the people that have thousands and thousands of dollars worth of photography gear. So I was using my phone as the flash, and it worked.
That's the bootstrapping, you baby.
Yeah, so I had my camera and I had my phone and I had my flashlight on my phone, and I was just shining them at them, and I was like click, 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 and it worked. When you're in situations where you're like, well, it'd be better if I had this equipment or this resource or this person, you can make it work.
Yeah, and
all
don't be
about
embarrassed about that.
Ingenuity. There's that quote, start here.
It's a really good quote.
It's something like,
I'm inspired.
it's something like, do what you can, use what you have, start where you are.
Eat some dicks.
What? Foul language. So we gotta go home and we gotta watch Canada's Drag Race. I'm still rooting for Tainomi OG.
Who do you think is gonna win? Predict it.
I don't know. It's too early to tell, and I'm terrible at predictions. I've never won one.
Yeah.
Have also never won a game of chance. Have also never won a lottery ticket to any extent, like not even $5. And have also never won a draw. So I don't think this is the game for me. But if I have to put a name out there, I'm going to go ahead and say Priyanka's a strong contender.
I was gonna say that as well. All of her runway looks look super clean and just like professional. You know what I mean? They look good.
Yeah.
They look literally good.
And she's funny. She's got a good attitude. She's got personality. Her acting has gone well. Like all of her scenes, like for all the challenges. She's got good looks. And she's got good looks.
Yeah, but she's just funny as hell. Like when she when she was doing the ballet mini challenge and she started unzipping the pants and then went in to suck the pretend imaginary dick. That was gold. Comedy gold.
Comedy gold.
But Boa was honestly even funnier that much.
When it comes to funny, I think that it's a close call.
I think Boa's the funniest.
Do you think?
Yeah, but I
because,
don't
like,
think she's like an all around. That's why I feel like Boa will get to the end, but I kind of feel like Priyanka's like more well rounded in everything.
Yeah, like Boa, she could have her own YouTube show and just
oh my god,
like, kill
easily.
it.
She
Kill it.
has so
Also,
much personality where it would just
holler
flow.
at us.
Yeah, holler at us. I'll give you one.
This one's going to be a short podcast because the burnout is real and we still want to put out content because we live this podcast, but also sometimes your mouth is open and the words don't come out.
Yeah. Nothing's coming
no
out.
words.
No words.
Yeah.
But next week we'll be back with more embarrassing stories. Like, I've got a vault. Should this podcast just be about us telling embarrassing stories? Like, I feel like that's my brand now.
That is our brand. Everybody that knows us knows that it's our brand because it happens almost every day. And it's something that's like, oh, hey, like this happened. They're like, oh, yeah.
That adds up. Is that what you want from
Is
me?
this what you want? So don't be afraid to comment.
Yeah. I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Look at me in the eye.
I'm talking to you. Drop a like, leave a comment, follow me to my next dentist appointment. And
You got another one?
No, I'm kidding.
Jeez. This bitch about to have veneers. Next time we come in, it's just gonna be like, you can tell that girl's got benefits.
No way she did it out of pocket. That is it for today. We're going to go watch Canada's Drag Race. Comment your favorite drag queen. That is it for today. We are going to go watch Canada's Drag Race. Comment your favorite drag racer down in the comments below if you're on YouTube. And we will see you in the next episode.
I was trying so hard.
Peace.